Mustache podcast playing the mysterious disappearance of Monsieur Noudelle. Yeah, go.
And there it is again.
Yes.
Yeah. On a dark and stormy Tuesday night, silent footsteps make their way through cobblestone streets. The street lights flicker, drawing towering shadow cuts on the house facades.
Yeah.
In front of an exquisitely tall door, the footsteps halt. A knock, then a bell chimes. Creaking faintly, the door opens fully, its owner greeting the visitor. The visitor rumbles darkly before the street lights finally give out. With a muted yell, the shadow disappears into the darkness, whisking away a small figure from inside the tall doors.
Imagine it.
A couple of days later. On a drizzly spring morning, Detective Bubbles is mulling over a stack of papers haphazardly marked with colorful sticky notes. They're decidedly not thinking about some nice and fresh celery when a sudden knock on the door interrupts him. Come in.
Hello, this is Detective Bubbles. No.
No. Indeed it is. Go ahead and sit down. Do you want a drink, perhaps? Maybe a carrot?
No, but thank you. These are some very nice chairs.
We don't sit in them. The muted green chameleon rigidly sits down on the edge of the chair in front of Bubbles' desk while holding tightly onto his hat. So, how can I help you?
It's my husband. I haven't seen him in days, and I'm just so worried about what has happened. It's a catastrophe.
Catastrophe?
Catastrophe.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Monsieur.
Excuse-moi. I'm Monsieur Noudelle. But please, call me Neo. No.
No.
And I'm looking for my poor, sweet Draco. I'm so worried about him, Detective.
I suppose that means we are looking for Monsieur Noudelle. The other one, I mean. Can you tell me more about how he disappeared?
Oh, surely. You see, 2 days ago, I went to his shop, his boutique, to surprise him with a delicious breakfast. The door was opened and there was a bit of unusual mess on the floor.
Just thinking of celery the whole time they're talking. I see. And did you notify the police about this?
No. Of course I did. Right when I noticed him missing 2 days ago. Oh, man, they are so incompetent. Still, they refuse to work on it, saying I'm overreacting.
And I got another carrot. It was a very good decision of yours to come to me with this. I have experience with cases that the police cannot handle now. I do have some questions if you don't mind.
Oh, of course, Detective. Of course.
Like, why don't you wear your hat? You said you came to the Bray Boutique in the morning and the door was open. Nobody was in.
No one. His employee had her day off and was with her flock at the time. Lovely. These lovely birds. Lovebirds.
And what was the mess you mentioned?
Some of the tools some of his tools in his work was on the floor. I knew immediately that something was wrong. He is a very tidy lizard.
And may I ask what he looks like?
He's very handsome. Oh, but you mean he is a armadillo griddled lizard with an outstanding mustache, and he usually wears a fancy scarf, especially in spring.
So mustache, scarf, other things.
Yes.
Seeing it right now. No. Just thinking about it. That's celery. I see. Thank you so much for your description, though. There will be a great help in my investigation. Now I would need to see the crime scene. I mean, the Bray Boutique. If that is all right. You know, the celery with the scarf and a mustache.
A celery with all of those features.
Yeah. A detailed, long-winded explanation follows in which enthusiastically describes not only the way to the boutique, but also his various reasons for not coming along before he hands over a metal key. Detective Bubbles wastes no time after his new client leaves the office, packing their carrot supply and wits before hurrying on his way to the boutique.
Yes.
So he does have a carrot supply. Keeps in his jacket the whole time. With only one instance of confusion, that is easy enough to find, and the key thankfully fits perfectly in the insensible tall door's lock. A bell chimes when Bubbles opens it slowly. The small boutique consists of 2 small rooms. In the front room, behind an elegant counter, hats in various sizes, shapes, and colors are on display. The back room is accessible through an unshut door, holds various tools and in-progress hat projects that are scattered on workbenches. Truly a classy little establishment. Now, all this could be valuable evidence, so I'll take it all in the sack and take it to my house and wear various hats.
Well, look
Front,
at the
back, or
crime
counter.
scene, so look in the back.
These are indeed hat-making tools, lots of them, all in order of their size.
Our counter.
The cash register looks untouched. I could easily take all this money. Very likely that there was no thieving involved until now, and this seems to be the ledger with all the orders and deadlines. I should check for Tuesday night. Madame Dumont, 5 centimeters circumference. Lilac cap already paid for on the weekend. Here's the last entry. Capiche, 9.5 centimeters circumference. Black fedora. Capiche, maybe to his employee. The ink pen is just laying next to the ledger, dried out. Was stopped in his writing process.
Monsieur Noudelle.
Now for the front.
Yes.
You start in the back, you go to the middle, and then you went to the front. As Noah said, there is a bit of mess of things. Like, there's tools everywhere and a mess everywhere. Good thing he didn't start cleaning up. And what's this? Looks like some strands of black fluffy hair, maybe from a cat.
Well, I'm looking at the thing on the far right, the little toy thing.
Yes, it's a tool. Now to reconstruct the events of something in my head while staring up. Monsieur Noudelle was here in the morning while it was still dark. Someone interrupted his work while he was writing on his ledger. Probably not a call, but someone who entered his shop. The black hair is obviously from a cat because shed cat hair wigs are in fashion these days. Monsieur Noudelle accidentally pulled on the wig while fitting a hat onto a customer. I do wonder what this Capiche entry means. Well, if it was written in the ledger, it most likely was meant to be read by his employee. Who seems to not be the brightest tool in the shed. So Monsieur Noudelle got annoyed at them, so he wrote that instead of the customer's name. And there is a mess on the floor, but not too much. Well, most likely Monsieur Noudelle is just more disordered than his husband wants to see.
Yes.
And I brought my carrot with me. Well, considering all the evidence I collected, it seems that indeed abduction isn't there from a disgruntled customer with a black wig. Then he pulls off the hat and there's a tiny black wig.
Yes, a tiny black wig for a hamster.
Detective Bubbles paces the boutique for a couple more minutes, crunching intensely on carrot sticks before closing up and zooming back to his office.
Crunching on the hats and then zooming back over on like a zoomie. Just the zoomy ones.
This truly is a mystery. Where could he have been taken to, and who would be angry at having their wig pulled? Probably a lot of people.
Yes.
But I know what to do. I must take everybody with black wig with a black wig and pull it and see if they'll attack me. But I know what to do. A few rounds in my mind palace will do just fine now. And so for around 20 minutes, Detective Bubbles jogs in their hamster wheel before finally having an epiphany. I knew it, of course. How have I not thought of this before? I eat 2 carrots. No, I know exactly where to look for a criminal that would abduct an innocent hat maker. The al dente?
The al dente. Dente. El dente.
The chef there is well known for wearing a black toupee. Why would they be well known about having fake hair? And he will have an easy time collecting cat hair in that cat overrun corner of the city. There's cats everywhere. And with that, Detective Bubbles dashes out to his office for the second time, ready to tackle his toupee-wearing criminal chef. On his way, he may hit some dead ends, but eventually, that is all part of the detective's work. 2 hours later.
That was pretty far.
Laughter, clinking glasses, and the general noise of a lot of people having high-class fun wash over Detective Bubbles when walking through the wide doors of an opulent restaurant. Of course, there is a high number of cats around. Finally, blimey, they really don't want new customers to find this place, and why exactly did nobody want to tell me the way? I swear that sparrow was making fun of me, sending me the opposite direction.
Blimey, it took me 2 hours to fly here.
Bubbles makes his way through the busy restaurant until they arrive at the back end of a crowd, all dressed to the nines, and turn towards a stage from which an imposing black cat with a shiny earring is talking to them. Now, who is that? Looks like a troublemaker, if you ask me. Sorry, could you, let me through? Sorry. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus. That's the department. Head of the local police department. This restaurant may be awfully popular among these rich people. Just staring up at cheeses.
We're all so much for joining me today to celebrate our most recent territory acquisition in the north. I know that each and every one of you is just incredibly busy. So I want to make it worth your time. Go for it. Giovanni.
Probably Giovanni.
Of course, boss.
A beige ferret hurriedly draws a cart into the room, a blanket-covered box or similar on it. The crowd mummers, some of them lifting their noses, pricking their ears. The cat's smile grows only wider. With a calculated flourish, the ferret pulls off the blanket to reveal a lizard with an incredible mustache and looks rather annoyed. Swinging his scarf over his shoulder, the crowd grows even louder. That's Monsieur Noudelle.
Yeah.
He looks just like Noel described him. Mustache, hat, scarf, other things.
Absolutely, my friends. Your eyes and noses do not deceive you. An armadillo grilled lizard. A rare but true delicacy we have all been missing deeply. This evening, after we have conducted our business, our formidable chef will serve him up. Al dente, of course.
Just staring at a distance, thinking of how he would taste. No, I knew the chef was in on it, but are they planning to eat him? Most likely.
Yeah.
Despicable. Especially when all he did was rip some wig hairs out.
Yeah.
The crowd cheers and claps nearly surprisingly loudly, while the black cat bows in just a tiny increment and turns toward the caged lizard, apparently talking to him. Detective Bubbles resolutely makes his way to the stage, ignoring the affronted gaze of the guest. He shoves to the side. Nobody stops them, though. I've got my carrot. You there, the black cat.
No security or anything.
The black cat's ears twitch before she turns her head downwards.
Giovanni, did you hear that? Yes, boss. It seems to be a hamster in questionable fashion, trying to get your attention.
Throw the carrot at the eye.
That seems to be the case, yes. Now, little brown hamster, I have to say you look ravishing. What has made you so bold to seek my attention?
Hi, hello, Miss Black Cat. My name is Bubbles. I'm a detective, and I can see you abducted Monsieur Noudelle. The cat laughs, lazily showing her teeth.
Why, hello there, Bubbles. My name is Capiche, which everyone who visits our cell usually knows.
Capiche, where do I know that from? Possibly that thing that I was reading.
Your pronunciation in the middle is a bit off, little detective. Giovanni, check in with the turkeys at the entrance. They seem to be slacking off again.
They're all dead. No. The fair Giovanni nods quickly and shoots a dirty look to Bubbles before scampering off.
Oh, finally, there is someone to help. Quick, detective, arrest them so I could go home and end this ride.
Pull out your gun. I don't have a gun.
It's just a big charade. They're all...
It's just a carrot.
Oh, they're all outstandingly unreasonable.
Carrot! Monsieur Noudelle, your husband sent me. He's worried about you. I'm glad you are in good shape, even though you're in a cage. No limbs missing as far as I can see.
To count how many times he brings out the carrot and eats it. All, of course. We will already seek. My lawyer will list certain charges against you and your gang, or whatever this unlawful business is. Now, that's enough chit-chat. I hope none of you truly believes I will just let you go. That would be rather anticlimactic, don't you think?
This carrot is actually a bomb. That I'm ready to take you all with me. No, listen here. I took this case and I found out through my unparalleled genius and many, many hours of asking everybody where you are that Monsieur Noudelle is held here, and I won't let you stop me from stopping this madness.
Well, it would really escalate the scene if he just had a bomb, but yeah. Oh, I didn't expect you to entertain me as well. Keep going, then. How will you rescue the lizard? I would also like to know, actually.
I called the cops. No. The cat seems to smirk, her tail swishing to the side. Oh, you will regret your words, Capiche. And your dirty deeds. You really think I won't find a way around your laughable defenses? I had no problems getting here.
Yes, you truly just walked in.
Exactly. Now, if you don't want to draw this out unnecessarily for the both of us, why don't you just open the cage? I'm sure you don't want me to make a scene. Again, the cat laughs and licks her teeth.
I'm afraid you haven't convinced me so far. Maybe you forgot to mention that the thing that makes me want to do what you want me to do with that hamster brain of yours.
No, I didn't forget anything. I brought my brain and my suspicions.
My suspenders.
And I'll have you know there's no stream I won't cross to save a case.
Is that so?
I would never lie about that. Last year, the suspect in a murder case could not even be identified by the police, but I found him within days. Made him come out of his hideout by pretending I kicked the bucket.
Was he especially fond of the bucket?
What? What bucket?
Wait. You pretended to die. You died, and he bought it?
Why, of course. I think I shocked him to near death when I got up to handcuff him. Like right now, I'm dead.
Interesting. You see, I am in need of a quick sling, not a real one, of course. What would you need a fake cat's death.
You want my help? Why would I help you? Money. No. An unlimited supply of carrots.
Didn't you just try to convince me to let this delicious lizard go? I'm offering you a deal.
I don't know what that means. Something.
I'll put it in the Google Translator.
Chocchino.
I don't know if I can trust this cat. But Frenchman.
I don't know.
If you don't have any other ideas to get me out of here, it sounds like a good deal, no?
Bubbles thinks deeply for a moment, examining the cat, who lazily swishes her tail, then the lizard in the cage, who, annoyed, taps his foot intently. Alright then, it's a deal, let's shake on it. Just let me eat this carrot.
Yeah.
The cat grins and stretches out one of her paws and taps it against Bubbles.
It's a deal.
Accidentally kills him.
Puts the claws out.
As Detective Bubbles finds out after leaving the restaurant with the cat, there are humans out there pursuing her incessantly, with posters that have pictures of her on it, which immediately seems to stand in stark contrast to her image as a gang leader, what with the little red bow around her neck on them. When asked why they chase her, Capiche seems to grow grim, but Detective Bubbles presses further and finds out these humans are her ex-owners. Owners who cannot accept that their ex-pet has decided to put some distance between them to end a rather suffocating relationship. But before Bubbles can really get into the thick of it and potentially find some valuable dirt on her, she puts an end to the conversation, leading them to a steely cold building with a tiny fenced-in garden. They find her owners, tall and slow. Capiche and Detective Bubbles collect some tools and begin their work. Within the next hour, a lot of tomato sauce, screams of, "Oh no, princess, princess, don't die," and tears are spilled, and then they breathlessly race away as fast as their paws can carry them from the faked crime scene. They only slow down after reaching the neighborhood of Al Dente, catching their breaths and trying their best to not look suspicious. Not suspicious at all.
Yes.
I told you I'm a pro at this.
Do you really think I'd have made that deal with you if I believed you could get the job done?
Didn't believe you could...
Yeah.
Exactly. But don't forget my side of the deal. It's still in the cage.
I guess. You know, I could. But then you wouldn't stay quiet, I imagine. Now that you know about these humans.
Well, never even to go that far, right?
Exactly. You know, I wouldn't mind you paying me a visit later on. Not sure what it is, but things seem to be going your way. I could use some of that.
Why do I get the feeling you're planning something nefarious like a sequel? No. Capiche laughs, then shrugs and licks some of the tomato sauce off its... It's probably on purpose that her mouth now looks like she just ate something bloody.
It's just to tell the two kitties to squeakle. Maybe I am. Now we're back here.
Back at the restaurant, Capiche insists on using a back entrance to slip rather unnoticed behind the stage. Monsieur Noudelle cage is still on the stage, but Capiche gets Giovanni to roll the cage to them.
Should I bring him in the chef pot? No, Giovanni. You should go and inform her to prepare the usual. But boss, I don't think you want to finish that sentence.
The ferret opens and closes his mouth before nodding quickly and once more scampering off. Capiche sighs dramatically before sticking out one of her claws into the cage. Whoa, hey, we had a deal. No slicing the captive.
Get your dirty Claws off of me, you nasty cat. Shut your pie hole. I'm working on. There we go.
The cage door swings open and Monsieur Noudelle loses no time to getting out of it. Did you just use your claws, no key?
I did. It was annoying how often someone tried to steal such a key.
Well, very handy that. Glad you kept to the deal. Let's go, Monsieur Noudelle.
Thank you for nothing, you wildcat. I thought you ever tried to betray a bamboozle and an earnest beret maker like this again. It is truly a disgrace. Oh no. What have I done? True regrets is all I'm feeling. In the face of such anguish.
Capiche looks decidedly nonchalant.
As you should, yes.
Just one question, Capiche. How are you going to explain Monsieur Noudelle's absence?
Don't worry your little hamster brain about that. Now get out of here before I change my mind.
Just give him a doctor note and say he was there all 2 or 3 days.
He's working on a hat.
Capiche winks at them with, which makes Monsieur Noudelle splutter and Bubbles huff. But then he nods at the cat and leads Monsieur Noudelle out of the restaurant while keeping a low profile.
It was a broken hat and he had to go on site to fix it.
On their way back, Monsieur Noudelle calls his husband before complaining about the lacking hospitality of the gang. You weren't worried about your potential end?
No. There's no sense of fearing death, I believe. But the possibility that my assistant would ruin the new cashmere I ordered. That is a truly horrifying thought. Also, I knew my Noah would do his best to help me out. That's what we do.
Well, he definitely chose the right detective for the job.
I suppose I could agree to that.
And I faded away. The rest of their walk is rather quiet, some of the exhaustion catching up to them. At least Bubbles brought some carrots to snack on to get back some of their energy.
It was like a 2-hour walk from there.
When arriving back to the office, Noah is already waiting for them, instantly rushing to tightly hug his husband.
Oh, I'm so glad, Draco. I know that what I would have done without you. I was so
I
worried.
was already filling out the insurance.
It's alright, Noel. I'm alright. You look rather drained, though. Let's go home.
Been sweating and standing there with a hat this whole time.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go home. Thank you so much, Detective Bubbles.
Now pay me. Pay me in carrots. No case I can't solve. I'll contact you next week to finish up the paperwork. Good night, you two. The two Noudelles quickly left the office, leaving the detective once more alone in his office thinking about Celery.
The two noodles.
And once more I am alone with my carrots. Detective Bubbles solves the case. I have to say that was one of my quickest solutions. Maybe it's okay to treat myself to Celery to celebrate. Just this once. The end.
He did it all.
Unless someone stole the celery.
That was all.
Nah.
I need some sound just to put in the background. Where's the sound?
Well, you could have just had it reading it, baby. But yeah.
What? Just the skip just go all the way to the end? Oh.
I don't know. Is it preferences? All the way. All the way right there.
What about guys? Preferences.
No, they don't have it.
Transitions. No, you were thinking of like to read it off. That's like one of them, but it's fine. All right, that was good. All right, sing us then.
Bye.